Hey everybody, it's Zach again at newtotorah.com. Wanted to come in. Hey, listen guys, we are going to have a debate. Woo! I did a blog post a few weeks ago called "Poor Todd Friel is Lost." Now, Todd Friel is a guy who runs a TV show called Wretched on cable, and I love the show. I was even a subscriber to his website for a long time. Before I was trying to cut cost on everything and just kind of bring down my cost of living. But I love the show, I love the website, and I love listening to Todd Friel. However, I mean, I differ with Todd Friel on a few things, obviously, when it comes to Torah. But he sent out an email a couple weeks ago, and as soon as I saw the email, I went ahead and did a blog post about it. And in the email, it was talking about homosexuality and basically how rampant it was and how people were just seeing homosexuality in the churches more, and he was like, what has happened to us? What has happened to America today? What has happened to the church? Why is all this going on? And I was like, I raised my hand. I got an idea. I'll give you an answer. It's because of lawlessness. You know, Christianity today teaches lawlessness. And what do you expect in the church if you're teaching lawlessness, that the law has been done away with? You're going to have lawlessness. It's that simple. And I don't see how they don't see that. You know, we have people like Rob Bell today who says God's not going to judge us. God's not going to convict us. He's not going to send us to hell. He'll give us a second chance to go to heaven. Well, of course someone like Rob Bell is going to have that line of thinking because he has pushed what the Christian church teaches to its logical conclusion. Does that make sense? He has taken what the Christian church teaches and pushed it to its logical conclusion. What does the Christian church teach? It teaches that the law has been done away with. You know, a Christian will tell you that homosexuality is an abortion. Well, most Christians will. And, homosexuality is not an abortion. Homosexuality is an abomination. But they won't tell you that a couple chapters before that, it says pork is an abomination. Well, why are you picking and choosing your abominations? Why is one acceptable and one's not? Because Paul didn't mention it? Are you getting your law from what Paul says? Is Paul the lawgiver? I don't think so. No, the Torah is the lawgiver. God, his Torah was what the instructions that he gave his children to live forever throughout all generations. There's no such thing as moral law. There's no such thing as ceremonial law. That was never found in the Bible. You can't find it. There's no separation of those two categories. There's no category at all whatsoever anywhere. But people keep using that term. And so we had, when I wrote that blog post, we had well over 100 comments. And a guy named Forrest was on there, and he had some really articulate arguments. All these arguments I've heard before because I came out of exactly where he was. He believes basically the same thing I believed. He comes from obviously he's a fan of Way of the Master and things like that, and so. Because I can tell just by listening to what he talks about. But we're going to get to know each other. He's going to come on. We're going to do a debate on YouTube. We're going to record it on Skype, and we're going to do a dual screen, so you'll be able to see me and you'll be able to see him, and we'll record the debate about 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so. There won't be any script to this debate. We're going to leave it up in the air and just kind of see where it goes, see where it leads us. We're going to talk about some things because I believe that we would definitely agree that we're both saved by grace through faith. However, it's after that faith, how does that walk of faith look? Does it look like obedience to the Father's word, or does it look like what Christianity teaches, just do your best and be a good person? I believe we should walk in obedience, but obedience to what? It's obedience to his Torah. Psalms 19 verse 7 says, "The law of the Lord is perfect in converting the soul." Well, that word law in that verse in Psalms 19:7 is Torah. The Hebrew word for that word is Torah. You can look it up in any concordance. So the Torah of the Lord is perfect in converting the soul. What converts the soul? It's the Torah. And so we're going to talk about this stuff. We're going to talk about, it's going to be a great debate. I can't wait. I've been loving it. I love the debate. I love to talk about the scriptures. I love to talk about the Bible because what else really, frankly, is there worth talking about in this world today other than the scriptures? I don't know of anything. So anytime someone's willing to talk about scriptures, whether they agree or whether they don't agree, I want to talk about it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do it right here on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So make sure you stay tuned and check back often. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Go home, read your Bible. Thanks.